Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome to the first video of many covering Castle Nathria as a holy priest. Today we're going to be looking at the first boss, and to just go over the talents real quick, we took Enlightenment, Angelic Feather, Cosmic Ripple, Shining Force, Prayer Circle, Halo, and Holy Word Salvation. So we're taking really big raid healing cooldowns here. So you're going to be casting a lot of Prayer of Healings and Circle of Healings. So Cosmic Ripple is really good because it's going to heal a bunch of people around you. You're going to be using Sanctify a lot. You do use Serenity a lot to heal your tanks. Halo's super good AoE heal. Salvation is a crazy heal. So we pretty much have 3 huge AoE heal cooldowns. So I'd say that Circle of Healing into Prayer of Healing. So using our Prayer Circle is really big healing. It dumps your mana a lot. That's why we're taking Enlightenment, especially when we're group healing. We're taking Halo, and then we also have Holy Word Salvation and Divine Hymn for huge AoE heals on the entire raid. So let's get right into the fight here. Now I did make a couple of mistakes. I'll let you guys know when those happen so that you don't make those. I was going into this fight pretty blind. I didn't watch any videos, just kind of talking with my friends about what the mechanics were and seeing what people were saying in chat. I'm here to show you my mistakes and tell you what not to do. Now the mechanics of this fight are pretty simple. The tanks have to swap every time Exsanguinated goes off, and then Wave of Blood AoEs the entire group, and then you have to drop these pools. When you get targeted, you're supposed to drop these pools. I put mine in a terrible spot there. Really, it's just those 3 mechanics until he does Ear-Splitting Shriek. One mistake I made is I didn't infuse anyone on this fight, I don't think, which is a bummer. I definitely should have infused someone and helped us get through this a little faster. That's my mistake. I'm not using my Nova, I'm not using Mending enough. I was kind of panicking because I'm the big AoE healer in this fight. The Monk does have some AoE healing, and so does the Disc Priest, but they're both really healing the tanks. I'm more so healing the entire group. Of course, most of my healing goes on the tanks because they're always taking damage, but I am using as much AoE healing as possible when Wave of Blood goes off. So right here, Halo instantly after it. Prayer of Healings, Circle of Healings, just trying to keep the group alive while my other 2 healers can kind of focus on the tanks and get what extra AoE healing they can out. So when he does this second Ear-Splitting Shriek, I'm going to use Beacon of Hope. That gives a percentage of mana back to every healer in your group. It's channeled kind of like him. So he's going to do this here. I'm going to break the line of sight, and then I'm going to Symbol of Hope right here. I did click it. It's kind of hard for my hands to reach 7 sometimes, but it gave me mana back and it gave my other healers mana back, so it was a pretty good call to do it there. Don't be afraid to use a mana pot or use Symbol of Hope early to mana up early, just so you don't run out of mana and then realize, oh, I gotta hit a button here to get that mana back. I like to do it early. I always like to mana pot early or use Symbol of Hope early. So on the second phase, you want to dodge the orbs floating around, and you don't want to get hit with Ear-Splitting Shriek. So we're line of sighting that. Again, here you can see me slightly step out just at the wrong time and drop that. That was my fault. And then I do it a second time back here. I was just trying to get to a good point, but how I'm gonna save the group here is I'm gonna salve, I'm gonna move out of the pool, and then I'm gonna hymn. So you can watch my healing go up. I was at 470k, and then now after hymn ends, 560k. So I just did about 100k healing in 5 seconds there with the Salvation and hymn. Now typically you don't want to do those together, but because the entire raid was so low, I did do both of those there, and it did kind of rally the raid. Without that there, if someone didn't use a big AoE cooldown or 2 there, we might have wiped on this first boss, unfortunately. So definitely make sure you're LOSing Ear-Splitting Shriek correctly. I get echolocation, put it in the right spot wherever your raid designates it. I definitely was a little nervous here, a little off. I'm just gonna say I definitely made a couple mistakes that I'm gonna try to shape up next time I do this fight. Definitely gonna make sure I'm behind the pillar for the shrieks. Definitely gonna make sure I put my first pool wherever we designate it. But overall, it's a pretty easy fight. The AoE is predictable. So a Circle of Healing into Halo into Prayer of Healings. Definitely want to Halo first, but it's okay that I did that way. And I'm just focusing on healing up the group as much as possible. It's super good for a Holy Priest here to be healing the group. Now, if I didn't mention it yet, I wish I had more mastery, especially on this fight. Or I shouldn't say, yeah, this fight, I would have got a lot more healing if I had more mastery. So after that blood pool got dropped, I put wings on myself to run over here. I ran through the blood on purpose and just made sure to heal up myself with wings, because if I died there, even though I'm kind of low on mana, when this phase happens, because we have Enlightenment, we get a lot of time to just kind of get mana back. As long as people aren't taking a lot of damage, stepping in pools, running into the rings, getting hit by the Shriek, this should be a time, as I run into a ring, this should be a time where you're getting your mana back. Everyone should be able to dodge everything. The mythic guilds, the heroic guilds, really good players aren't getting hit by any of this stuff. So this is just time to get mana back. Again, I get hit by another orb. Just trying to find a good spot to LOS, but then his phase does end. So I did make a few mistakes here. I feel kind of sad about this, because when I raided on the Priest and Warlords of Draenor, I knew everything. I watched all the fights. You should definitely watch the fights if you're nervous or scared. I probably should have watched the fight and just really known like how to do this fight. But it was kind of fun going in blind, just going, hey, let's go in the raid and see what happens. But definitely look back over your footage too if you can record yourself. I'm seeing a lot of mistakes I didn't even know I made. I knew I ran into a couple of the discs, but I didn't know I was getting hit by 2 of the Shrieks. I didn't know that I was kind of putting blood pools in the wrong spot. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty easy fight, and just manage the mechanics really here. We're going to be really good at dealing with Wave of Blood. When the group starts taking heavy damage, you have Salvation, you have him. So definitely use those cooldowns effectively, and just make sure you're really nailing the mechanics. That's something I'm kind of disappointed in, but and there's not really an excuse for it. I guess I'll just be honest. I need to make sure I'm nailing the mechanics. Especially as a healer, you got to nail the mechanics or you make it harder on your group. So I do just want to go over a couple things here at the end of the video. I'm definitely knocking myself pretty hard here. I didn't even realize I got hit by some mechanics, which I'm definitely more capable of playing at a higher level. As I was talking about Warlords of Draenor back, I knew every mechanic on every fight before I even stepped into High Mall, before I stepped into Blackrock Foundry, even Hellfire Citadel. I knew every mechanic. So I'm definitely knocking myself a little bit here. I'm definitely going to be trying my best to step up my gameplay. It is hard to pug these raids, so I might be trying to find a guild, or I might be trying to build a guild. I'm definitely not, I don't need to push Mythic. I don't have the time to push the Mythic raid, but I definitely want to clear Heroic. I definitely want to push my Mythic plus 15s, just to be the best I can be. I know personally I don't have the time to do Mythic raiding right now, but I do have time to do Heroic. I do have time to push my Mythic plus 15s, and I definitely need to push myself more to get to that higher level. Just to talk about a couple things, we are doing Nathria again tonight, just so I can get more footage. I don't want to release the raid guide with only having seen a few bosses. It's just not worth it to you guys, to the viewer, to be like, hey, I did 2-3 bosses at the start of Nathria. Here's how you raid heal this raid. I don't think we're gonna get to Denathrius tonight, but we're definitely gonna be able to clear some more bosses and get a better feel for this raid. I'll be releasing a point of view for each one of these bosses on the Holy Priest in normal and heroic. Again, it just takes a lot of time, and I'm really trying to balance my time between mythics, between Torghast, between doing the raid, spending time with my girlfriend, working as well, like my real job. So if the content's been lacking or there just hasn't been enough, I apologize. I'm trying my best, and I'm gonna keep trying to do my best. I'm gonna try to put more effort in, try to master editing better, try to master my priest better, and just get the best content I can out. So if you watched this video all the way through, let's leave a comment saying green apple. definitely say that and I'll respond to your comment, or at least like your comment. I look and read every comment on all my videos. But overall, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos and all the support. Check out the Discord if you haven't. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.